Okay, I understand the fear, all right, but I think the value of investing in my staff's social brand, all right, and aligning my brand with their brand, all right, far outweighs, all right, what the downside of it is.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, this does take a little time. Yes, you got to have an open conversation about what you say and what you don't say, and maybe some of your staff's social brands is not in line with your own personal brand, and that's okay too. Maybe not. I mean, actually, I got to be honest with you. If I was to go back right now and do the dealership all over again, all right, during the interview process would be me just trying to make sure that their social brands actually align with my social brand. And I actually probably wouldn't hire anybody that wasn't, you know? Like I'm looking to kind of connect those dots. But how do we get that fear? How do we get past that fear?
I think the biggest way to get past the fear is, number one, to get educated on what it is that you're trying to achieve. And there's so many unbelievable partners in the industry that can help a dealership do that. And I would say number two is just execute. Yes. I mean, that's content and execution are really the two things that I see that slow so many businesses back from becoming active, because and the know-how of doing it. How do we do it?
Yeah. 100%.
How do we get started? How do we do it? And it always comes back to content and execution.
Well, okay, let's go a little bit into content, because I think as an industry, especially on the salesperson side, there's a bit of misconception around what content is actually worth putting out there. Look, people connect through content or see value in content for one of two reasons, either educational or entertainment value. It's either or. And in fact, or edutainment in some cases, you can combine them. That's right. That's right. All right. But it's got to be kind of one of those. I see way too many, let's call it self-serving content. All right, that really is not bringing anybody any type of education, not bringing any type of education or edutainment. Like so let's talk about kind of the content strategy.
Yeah, I think from a salesperson's perspective, they are the subject matter expert and they are the product experts for the cars they are selling.
Yes.
And if someone is in the market to buy a specific car within the brand that they sell, part of their content strategies should be around educating the customers about the cars like they would do in the showroom. And whether that's doing the walkarounds or talking weekly about, specific technology updates, or educating about, what happens in the service department and why you need to service your car at a dealership for that particular brand. From the content perspective, there are so many aspects. When I remember walking into the dealership in the morning, going to my office, I would walk through the shop and you see the cars going up on the lifts. You see the service consultants, interacting with customers, talking about a day in the life. What's it like to work at a dealership? Yep. And what's that experience like? Customers who are coming in, who are purchasing cars, they're getting deliveries. Are you asking them for testimonials on video? Are you taking photos with them? Are you sharing their reviews and talking about what the customers are saying? And what is the brand doing? Is the brand doing anything? What's happening within the community? I mean, there are actually thousands of different types of content ideas. Yes. You could also focus on your customer objections, what they say about your specific brand. And you can create a content series just about what the customers are saying and do it either a video, or you could do a photo and have, some text written out.
But you do it for the customer, not for yourself.
Right.
Like the key to a good content creator is they make content for their audience, not for themselves.
Right. You have to serve your social following in a sense, and you have to create this and you have to expect nothing in return, but just know that if you can do it consistently over time, it will result in business. It just will. Yes. It happens. It's a fact, but you have to show up and you have to start somewhere. And I think that's the hardest part, is really starting and just getting it going.
Well, it's just a matter of just pushing the button and going.
Right.
But you're going to be on the right track as long as you're doing it for your customer, not for yourself.
Right.
Thanks for tuning in to the Strategy with Jason podcast with your host, Jason Harris. Don't want to miss new content? Be sure to check out the full podcast library at strategywithjason.com to stay in the know. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy podcasting.